It's alleged that Elaine Thompson HERAH and Shelly and Fraser Pryce may not like each other. Should we care? The answer may surprise you. Welcome back to the channel, people. Welcome back to the channel. If this is your first time here, thank you for making it Peter Lloyd World. Now go ahead, please hit that subscribe button so we can continue to grow. When you do that, go in and hit the notification bell so you know when the next video drops. We drop a video at least once a day here on Peter Lloyd World. Also, if you enjoy the content, please hit that like button. And finally, leave your thoughts after this sports analysis where we take a look at and we break down the races. So, when you're ready, yep. Good to go. Now, many Jamaicans are of the opinion that something happened between Elaine Thompson HERAH and Shelly and Fraser Pryce between 2016 and 2021. In fact, many people come to this channel and openly state that they sense and see signs of animosity between both athletes. Now, we know that something has changed. Remember that after winning the women's 100-meter Olympic gold medal in Brazil, in Rio, the first person Elaine Thompson ran to was Shelly and Fraser Pryce. However, after winning the 100 meters at the Tokyo 2020 Olympics, let's just say the relationship, the greeting between Fraser Pryce and Elaine Thompson HERAH seemed to have cooled. So if these two greats don't like each other anymore for whatever reason, should we give a flying you know what? Should we care? Does it really matter? Now, after doing some extensive research, Peter Lloyd World would like to tell you that you may be very surprised at the response. After winning her fifth 100-meter title in Eugene, Oregon recently, let us say that the reception between Elaine Thompson HERAH and Shelly and Fraser Pryce / Shericka Jackson seemed rather odd. Now remember, we sweeped here. First, second, and third. First, Shelly and Fraser Pryce, Shericka Jackson second, and Elaine Thompson HERAH third. After taking a few pictures together as a team, basically, Shelly and Fraser Pryce and Shericka Jackson sort of just left Elaine Thompson HERAH and did a victory lap all on their own, and that was kind of odd. In fact, many persons pointed it out here at Peter Lloyd World. Now, initially, I really didn't care. We here at Peter Lloyd World were sort of indifferent. You know, people are allowed to like and or dislike each other, and the fact is we have no empirical evidence that they really don't like each other. I mean, it would appear that way, but, you know, if you took us into a court of law, we probably couldn't win the case. So we decided, since so many people here, many of you kept saying and talked about how you felt that Shericka and Elaine were sort of disparaging in how they treated. Shericka and Shelly and Fraser Pryce were sort of disparaging in how they treated Elaine Thompson HERAH. You know, I said, you know what? Let me see what the research argues. Now, first up, this is the first school of thought regarding that. In an article entitled "Do Team Members Have to Like Each Other to Work Well Together in Conflict Management," done by Darren Brady, Mr. Brady seems to believe that the answer is a resounding no. He wrote, one of the huge questions that many people have about teams is this: do team members actually have to like each other to work together? The short answer is no, they don't. However, a simple no doesn't acknowledge the more complex parts of this problem. To the article below, So the article below, sorry, will be addressing this question in more depth. I have it. The short answer is no, but the truth is, it's really not that simple. We did some further research, and in an article that specifically references relay teams and how the interaction of personal likes and dislikes impact the performance of the relay teams, the answer seems to have been something very different. In a study entitled "The Pair Effects in Team Sports: Empirical Evidence from NCAA Relay Teams" by Greg A. Depkin. Now, instead of reading the entire result, you can do that on your own. Let me sort of summarize. To summarize, what he basically argues is that their research, in-depth research with relay teams, mostly 4x400s and 4x100s, out of the NCAA Division 1, seems to imply that if team members do not like each other and it's not properly managed, not only will it impact the performance of the relay team, but it will certainly lead to the team running slower times. And I found this really interesting. At World Championships, it was evident that something was off between Elaine Thompson and Shericka Jackson, more importantly, Shelly and Fraser Pryce, and we didn't win. And I've still not been able to figure out why we didn't win. Now, I'm not taking anything from the Americans. Abby Stein, T.T. Terry, and the rest of the team did a brilliant job. They had solid passes. I mean, they had a few fumbles, but they were just a better team on the day, and we have to give them their props. But statistically, on paper, we should have actually won that race. So, could the fact that there might be enmity between Elaine Thompson HERAH and Shelly and Fraser Pryce have impacted that race and or has impacted any of the other races? Now, this, of course, is my 2 cents. Additional research also seems to imply that professionals tend to deal with this situation just a little bit better than amateurs. Remember, the college students at the NCAA level are actually amateurs, so they believe that once you are paid, most people manage that process a little better. However, it depends on the individual, and we're talking about human beings. Each person, one man's garbage is another man's treasure, and Jamaicans would say, what is joke to you is dead to another man. So, could this be impacting the team performance in terms of relays? And obviously, I'm going to say this, if you are in an environment where you're not doing as well and your teammates are just not supportive, in fact, if your teammates are outright hostile to you, no matter how strong you are as an individual, I believe it's going to impact you psychologically, and this could have been one of the many reasons why she didn't do as well in the 200 meters. Now, I know some of you are just going to get upset and say, we're giving excuses, but we're not discussing them as individuals. We're not talking, this is no sides, people. We're not talking about Elaine or Shelly. We're talking about the fact that does their obvious issue with each other, can it impact the relay team? Can it impact how well we do when it most matters for winning a gold or a silver at World Championships or breaking a world record in the 4x1? And the empirical answer, at least based on that NCAA research, seems to be yes. If there is enough emotional tension between the players, the actors, the runners, etc., it will impact how the team runs and how they get along, and that's kind of logical, as I said. I mean, if people really don't like each other, unless it's properly managed by someone, and how do you get them to work or work in sync? How do you get these people to work together in sync. And if one athlete is feels very, very disconnected and or feels as if he or she has been frozen out by the rest of the team, if the rest of the team is treating this athlete very, very badly, don't you think it's going to impact the athlete, no matter who the athlete is, no matter how experienced they are, no matter their personality, etc.? So as I stated, the answer seems to be that yes, if these two people don't like each other, and there are two top athletes at this point in time in terms of sprints, well, two of our three best, including Shericka Jackson, that it can definitely impact negatively our 4x100 meter relay team, and could be the reason why we have not yet broken a world record when we now have the three fastest women on the planet literally running in our 4x1. It could be the reason. I mean, if there's an issue between a Shelly and Fraser Pryce and Elaine Thompson HERAH, and they don't like each other, and they don't like it being around each other, and there's a lot of enmity, don't you think that could impact a baton change? Don't you think that could impact how they perform? Could this be the reason why we just have not broken a world record that we on paper should have broken last year? Could that be it? Of course, I'm playing devil's advocate here. I'm simply saying that the statistics and the papers and the research seems to imply that if Shelly and Fraser Pryce and Elaine Thompson HERAH don't like each other, it will affect how they operate on a relay team, which can impact us, the difference between gold and silver, or the difference between a world record and running a normal time. I would absolutely love to hear your thoughts. All right. Now, again, we are not trying to excuse Elaine or Shelly or Shericka or anyone. We're just talking facts. And we brought this up because many of you keep talking about, I mean, you know, I love you all, but y'all take these things really personally. And clearly some of you prefer Elaine over Shelly, and Shelly over Elaine, and Shericka over Shelly and Elaine, and etc. I could keep going on. But I'm simply saying to you that the statistics and the paper seems to argue, yes, if they dislike each other enough and it's not properly managed, it could be the reason why our relay team, our women's 4x1, which on paper is the greatest 4x1 ever, has not yet been able to break the world record, and this year was not able to win a gold medal when clearly we should have. But this, of course, is my 2 cents. I would absolutely love to hear your thoughts. Do you think this research makes sense? Do you see any logic, or do you think they're just blowing smoke up or you know what? Now, don't forget to hit the subscribe button, hit the notification bell, hit the like button. Remember, you are royals, kings and queens. Bless up!